What's up, guys? Trailbound Chris, and this last weekend we did the Donner Hare Scramble up at Donner Ski Resort. That's put on by Brian Garahan of Garahan Off-Road and Trading, and it's so this is always like one of our gnarliest races of the year. For one, it's a hare scramble. We normally do enduros. So the hare scramble, you're just kind of pinned for 2.5 hours. And the terrain is just treacherous. Like it's all the stuff we like to ride. But the last 2 years, the weather has been like really bad. It's like super dry. And just the silt just turns into powder. It just seems like you're riding snow bikes, but you're breathing it the whole time. So there's just this extra element of of trying to survive, like trying to breathe, like having trouble breathing and constantly spitting, but just trying to pound through those 40-minute laps. And I don't know, it's one for the books. You kind of got to do it just so you can experience it, say you've done it. You know, races like these aren't going to be around forever, so I'm stoked to have done that. So today I want to talk about the bike and see how it's been doing. So this is the 2017 250XC, the 2.5 hour Donner race on it. As you can see here, number plate got pulled out right away. First turn, some guy, it was kind of a hole shot between 3 people. I think I was in 3rd or 4th, and we were pinned going into that first corner, super sharp, like U-turn corner, and he swooped in on me and took my front tire, and I jumped off the bike, did a full 360, and then got back up and kept going, you know. But it was pretty intense start of the race. I don't know what's going on. Still got a bunch of sticks and stuff stuck in here. There's some good brush going on, nice wear on the numbers. Made those myself, yellow tape. So the main thing is seeing what this air filter looks like. So as you can see here, I got the filter skin on it. This is the first time I've ran that. Well, second time I've ran this, but yeah, this is it's just cake. This is what I was breathing, you know? So I don't know what the best plan of action to get into this thing is. Blow this out with compressed air, just so I don't know, I don't want to drop any of it in the motor. I'm curious to see what the inside of the carb looks like. I've seen pictures of guys' bikes with dirt all up in their carb, all up in the slide. The freaking pilot was filled with dirt. So I'm really hoping that's not the case for me. All right, let's see what the inside of this thing looks like. So not bad. I mean, check that out. That's still, you know, I've seen dirtier filters, so I think this filter skin worked out pretty well for me. You can see the inside of it is pretty clean. Outside of it is just freaking fully caked. So I'm definitely seeing some silt in there. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but got a little bit in there. It's kind of dusty, but I'm seeing my carb and it's not looking that bad. So I'm definitely got some dirt sneaking in here, and I wish I would have thought ahead of time to add a lot of rim grease like you used to do on the older filters, but you don't really have to do these days with this kind of new mounting system. But when it's super bad like this, I think grease would have been ideal. just as an extra barrier. I'm gonna put this in before I get my bike to wash. And you might have heard me complain about getting water in my airbox before. So kind of the Instagram knowledge was throw a little bit of grease like you would a filter on the foam, and that should help keep the water out while you're kind of giving it a hard pressure washing. I don't know how many times I've done that, grabbed the oil instead of the cleaner, and because Maxima is a different color than PJ1, the red and the blue, they switch it. So weird. Alright, so this is the Shinko 505 that I put on right before the race, brand new. And this is definitely my favorite tire. Held up really well, and it worked really well in all the granite, and better than I expected in all of the powder that we went through. So I'd say it was a good choice. And the front is the IRC VE35. Which is a lot softer. It's like a gummy. It's a lot softer than any front tire I've ridden, and I've ran it on two races so far, and which means I haven't had a ton of time to like think about it, but it has just been working really well. So kind of more details on that to come, but not very much wear, not much pipe dents. I don't think anything new. I didn't really hammer the bike too much. I just dropped it in the silt mainly. I didn't fall in any of the granite. It's kind of the stuff I was prepared for. So pipe looks pretty standard. Bulletproof guards held up great. Yeah, lost this bolt somewhere, so I'm gonna replace that. DDC sprocket running great at, I don't know, 90, 100 hours. Alright, so I pulled my carb and I cleaned out all the dirt in there with some carb cleaner, brake cleaner. Got my filter and my fresh filter skin on there. So now I'm going to put it back together, get it running, and change the gear oil on her. Yeah, that's kind of the rundown of the bike at Donner. Did really well. It's a great race. So you guys should definitely check it out next year.